What is he doing? Easy gun, 2, 1, plant.
Oh my god.
Deny! He got it!
He's gonna try and take down this Juno. Artillery shell's gonna be coming out, and he does get the pick.
It's a chance of ending it.
Yep. Nice counter!
Evangelos again and Shake! What is going on here?
Half, and the game goes to the Pioneers, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everybody, I'm Corey. I'm back once again for our Rainbow Six Siege match tonight. I already forgot who we're playing against, but we'll see it on one of the other screens. It seemed like we're gonna get started soon, so I'm gonna try and cover as much as I possibly can before we get there. First up, we gotta go over the roster. We're gonna have Bird, Bayer. Bayer actually I think will not be playing. I know who's playing. OP Knees is playing, Bird is playing, Pelican's playing, Niall's playing, and I believe Bayer will be playing. So that's looking like our team. I think it's going to be the same roster that we had last game we played, so things are staying somewhat consistent there. And we also have some cool events happening very soon, so these won't be streamed on our channel, but we are going to be playing, and we're probably going to be on someone else's stream. So if you want to go check out us on land coming up this weekend, we're going to be playing at Lackawanna, and you can check out their Twitch. We'll most likely be on stream for that land. That's going to be our Rainbow Six Siege team going there once again this weekend, so make sure you go and support them on Lackawanna's stream. And our Overwatch and our League of Legends teams are also going to LAN, but it's going to be next weekend, not this one. So 2 LANs coming up very close to now, and this one's going to be played on, this one's going to be streamed on Unified Live, and we'll probably be on that stream as well. So make sure you go support our rosters as they go off to their LAN. Literally all of our teams are going to be going to the LAN in the next 2 weeks, which is pretty exciting. And looking at our schedule for the rest of the semester, Rainbow Six here, I think they have, it's looking like they got 2 more games after this one, although I think they should have 2 games after this one that we're going to be playing today. League of Legends, I believe they're going to be having their game tomorrow at 8 p.m. and then they're also going to be having 2 more games the rest of the semester. I believe both of those are on Thursdays. And for Overwatch, they are going to be having 2 more games the rest of the semester, but no game this week because I think they have a bye week. So look forward to those matches coming up. I know I'm excited to see the last bit of the season wind down and see who makes it to playoffs and who doesn't. Right now, a lot of the rosters are doing pretty good. Last week, we had quite a few wins come out, so playoffs are definitely still in the cards for, I believe, all of our rosters. So we'll see what comes of that. And of course, I always gotta shout out Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can use to subscribe to us. You get a bunch of emotes, and you also just get to support the stream. It's also ad-free, which nowadays is a pretty nice thing to have. So if you have Amazon Prime, go ahead and connect your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and you'll get that free sub that you can use with Prime Gaming. Moving on to recruiting, we need people. Right now we only have 3 rosters. In the past we've had a lot more, and we're looking for players for all of our rosters: Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six, Marvel Rivals, Rocket League, Smash Bros, and Valorant. All of those need players, and we might also be looking at adding some other titles in the future depending on how many people we get and if we can plan it out directly, but we always need more people for our program to build and grow it out further. Speaking of joining the Marietta College Esports team, we also have tryouts if you're in high school or maybe you are transferring. we have a tryout system. You can go and try out with us either during one of the visit days, so that would be in person. Although I believe, oh yeah, we're actually gonna have the full open house coming up here soon on November 1st. So we still have a couple more open houses coming up, and all you have to do is fill out those forms on the QR codes there, and we can get you set up with a tryout online or in person, whichever works best for you. And for high school students, we also have virtual meetings that you can take with our head coach, Derek Games, if you want to learn more, or maybe bringing your school for a session. He's always open to talking to you more about esports, especially at Marietta College. So we also have our clip of the week, although I think this is not updated, so we're actually going to be skipping that. One more exciting thing is we have our 24-hour stream coming back. It's a bit of an annual thing, although because we are going to be going to LAN next Friday, we're going to be leaving and then playing on Saturday. The stream will probably be moved because a lot of the people that are going to be on the stream are going to be going on the trip. So it's looking like the 24-hour stream is probably going to be rescheduled, but we still do plan on doing it. Likely just on a different day. So make sure you keep your eye out on our social media pages for all of that. That's really just the best way to keep in touch with everything that's happening with Marietta College Esports. Usually what happens during a 24-hour stream is we have a couple of our players come on during the stream and they'll play, some scary games. Maybe they'll play some games with their friends. It's really just a good time all around, and you can tune into it any day, any time of the day that you're available, and maybe get a little scared in the process. So I believe that's all the major announcements. The weekly schedule, like I said, Overwatch does not have a game this week, so our last game of the week will be played tomorrow with the League of Legends team. I'm not sure which team that actually is, but I know today I think we're playing against Endicott College, if I'm correct. So that's looking like we're going to be playing today, and they got like, I don't know, some weird looking bird as their mascot. So we'll see how it pans out for them. I'm pretty sure this team that we're going to be playing against is either undefeated or they're doing very well on the season. So it's going to be interesting to see how well our team can do. I mean, our team has not been slacking themselves. So I certainly still have faith in them. Even though they are playing with a sub, I still think they can pretty easily pull this win out of the bag. And I guess I'll just keep talking. I mean, I thought the game was going to be started super quick, but evidently I was wrong. I suppose we can keep talking about the LAN. So usually the R6 team, I believe it's the same LAN that they go to every year. And it's a bit of an annual thing. So they always go out to this Lackawanna LAN, and in the past they actually do pretty good considering they're going against like Division 1 schools. Like they're going against like really good schools, and that's likely also going to be the case for our Chicago LAN at the Midwest Clash. So that's going to be in Chicago. I mean, not that you're going to come out and watch us live. I don't even know if it is a live event. In terms of like if people are going to be like in person watching us, I have no idea, but I know you can at least watch it on stream. So both of those are going to be happening on Saturdays. The only difference is that the Midwest Clash is going to be the next weekend at 10 a.m. So make sure you stay on page with those. And hey, look, I'm even on screen right there too. So even more reason to come out and see us play. And I guess we might as well look at a couple of the schedules here. So I believe R6 needs to win at least one more game to qualify for playoffs. I believe the Overwatch team needs to win one as well. It gets a little bit tricky because even though they're we know how many like wins, we know the record of our team, we don't really know the records of the other teams because we don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of days and who's going to win what, who's going to lose what. But generally you need to go positive on the season to get a playoff spot. So that's kind of what I'm going off here. One storyline that I know is coming up here is that I think League of Legends needs to win every single one of their next games to qualify for playoffs, which is definitely doable. And the last game that we had, we felt really good and we played really good. So hopefully we can sweep out the rest of the season and turn around our luck. Because we want to be able to get to playoffs. So we'll see if that actually ends up turning out for us. Let's see, what else did I breeze past? I can talk about our roster a little bit more. I didn't say anybody's names, really. Let's see if I can maybe make this a little bit bigger for me. I can't. It's okay. I think I know most of these guys. We got Christian, Bird on support. We're gonna have Logan Byer there on flex. We're gonna have Trey Pelican on support and Drew Nihill as our fragger, and then OP Knees is usually also playing fragger. We saw him do a lot in the last game that they played. He actually got a lot of kills, which you might not necessarily expect a substitute player to be doing, but they did sort of fill him into that role. So he's been doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Not taking too much away from Tyler's name, and certainly not doing anything bad for the team, I don't think. So we're still actually waiting for the game here. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, but I know our couple maps that we're going to be playing today. We're going to be starting out on Clubhouse, which we don't see like extremely often. Although now that I said it, I think I remember playing it last time. It's a somewhat more popular map, but I think usually we don't play it first. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Marietta probably pretty used to this map. They played it before, and they actually did pretty good. I think it came down to the wire on a couple of the matches though, so we'll see how that turns out. And I believe there's also going to be Chalet and Border. So if we go to game 3, we'll see Border. Hopefully we just win 2 in a row though, and we just go straight into a win instead of having to play Border. But Chalet is also a map that this team plays a lot, so it seems like the maps are probably going to be like evenly played, evenly preferred by both teams. Although I do know that our Rainbow Six Siege team did want to play Nighthaven Labs and it got banned, so potentially Endicott was a little afraid of what they saw last time on Nighthaven, and they were like, we can't give them that map, we'll just lose. So we'll see if Marietta is able to do it on not the preferred map pick. And there was a ready check coming out, but I don't even think we responded, so potentially we're waiting for something with the cameras or something here, I'm not sure. We're still going to be waiting. We might as well get back to Twitch Prime. Never talked too much about Twitch Prime. It is a free subscription, so I don't know if I said that, but it's basically just completely included with your Amazon Prime membership. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use the subscription, so if you do have it, it's basically no cost to you other than a couple seconds of time. And seems like we should be getting somewhat close. One player is having some issues with the required anti-cheat that we use for Rainbow Six Siege, so we're trying to get that figured out right now. Hopefully no forfeits come out. That did happen earlier in the season, and I believe, we had to forfeit our first game, and then we won 2 in a row anyways and won the series. So if it does happen, if it does come down to having to forfeit the first game, hopefully we can still come back and win it. But I guess we can keep talking about recruiting. So right now we only have League of Legends, Rainbow Six, and Overwatch because those are the only teams with enough players to actually be playing. So especially for some of our other titles, we'd love to have you. Not that we don't want to have you if you want to play one of the other ones, but specifically those ones we especially need people for, as we're finally going to be loading into the game here on Clubhouse. I'll get us on the spectating view. I believe we are blue side. I'm just going to pray that we're on blue side, and we'll get swapped over here and into the band phase. So There's going to be 2 bans coming out from both sides, and then I think we play a couple rounds and then another ban happens. And we're going to see the Mira ban, that one's pretty obvious, and the Ashe ban coming out. I know Marietta likes playing Ashe a lot, so Endicott potentially scouting that one out. Not sure who else might be banned here. I'm trying to remember who's like a common ban, but nothing specifically is coming to mind. I think Ram is usually one that's banned, so we'll see if that gets banned. And it's looking like a Zombie and an Ace coming out, so no Ram ban. Maybe he's just not good on this map. I don't know enough about this game to really say anything, and it looks like we are going to be on blue side, so my guess was correct there. And as we live into this game, it's looking like we're going to be starting on attack, so Marietta's really just trying to get as many rounds as they can before they go into defense. On attack, it's usually a bit of an uphill battle. Usually easier to be on defense, so they're gonna want to be getting as many rounds as they can. If they do lose a couple, it's a little bit expected. So we'll see them just jumping around on their cameras here, getting some vision. And Endicott's going to be setting up, trying to remember how to go up and down. Apparently shift goes
10
up.
seconds to insertion.
That's okay, we can just be on the player POV, and it'll be a lot easier for me. As we finally are going to be starting the round here, with a couple of agents coming out. We're going to have Pinto on Smoke, Pulse on Castle, Luis on Ibero? I think that's who that guy is. He has like a little slowing trap. We got Chi on Goyo, who has basically a placeable Molotov that you have to shoot to activate. And actually gonna have Buyer entering here with the drone. And this is actually a good way to take some space early. They already cleared with the drone, so they're just making sure it's safe to go in. Buyer's clearing some angles here, not seeing anyone yet, and they have an idea of where they want to go. Buyer on the peak, not going to see anyone quite yet. He's going to ping out some utility there. Shots fired, Pelican takes some damage, but he dies. And one's going to slow down a little bit. Everyone's just all around the site. Most people near the staircases here. Nihil going to get some backup on this push. I'm gonna look to entry, destroy the bulletproof camera, and the castle will reinforce. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Buyer's taking some shots. Pelican trying to breach the hatch, and Nihil taking some shots as well. Not able to connect any. Round doesn't slow down as Nihil gets 1. And, oh my gosh, Nihil and OP Knee is getting 2. 4 versus 3 actually, as Pelican gets taken down trying to help his teammate on the staircase there. Oh, and a Nitro Cell comes out to kill Nihil. Now OP Knee is also falling. All of a sudden it's a 2 versus 2. Down to Buyer and Birdo. Birdo's really approaching the staircase. His teammate just got Nitro Cell from it, so he's gonna be careful himself. Buyer takes some damage, tries to repeat, not able to find anything. That's all down to Birdo on the ram here, and he's gonna get taken out by a bit of a pixel peek there. That's unfortunate. And wow, that round was a roller coaster of emotions. We were up by 2, and then everybody died, and then it was a 2 versus 2 out of nowhere. So really just all over the place. Marietta had that really good start. I'm not sure what happened with Pelican on that staircase. Maybe he thought it was clear and just ran down, or he just wasn't able to get the shots off. I'm not sure, but I think the defender was just hard holding that one angle, waiting for the support for Nihil to come in. So we'll see if Marietta can take the next round as they go down 0-1 in the first game. And it's looking like we're gonna have a bit of a different comp come out from Endicott. You're gonna be playing Frost, who can place little traps on the ground that can down you. Looks like Pinto's gonna be on Bomai, who can basically gravitate any thrown utility and destroy it with some little magnetizing things that you can throw around. We're gonna have Chi on Warden, who can see through smokes, and Pulse still in the Echo there. So Be interesting to see how that changes things.
Attackers must
We
locate
have
and defuse the bomb.
Nihil on Nomad, Birdo on Thatcher, and the rest of the team looks pretty similar. Buyer, I think, is playing Glaz, who can also see through smoke. So there's two operators in the map here that can see through smokes. Arguably a bit better for Endicott though, because they're going to be on defense. Buyer even able to use the smokes to not their vision as much to try and get an entry off, but we'll see how it actually shakes out, as we're going to be getting some vision around the map. Everyone's running around. Nihil looking to take an entry maybe. Nope, he's going to run around and try and make sure none of the cameras are around. Drone there from Pelican getting some valuable information, and Buyer inside the map now, inside the building. See, he's going to be able to get anyone. So far nothing. Just holding the position for the rest of his team. Gonna walk up now. Nihil actually gets another early kill on a peek from a window. Marietta up once again. Shots fired. And Pelican able to find one. Nihil gets taken down. Reza swap off of him. Buyer trying to take the peek. What he's able to do, he's just playing around this wall. He knows he's in danger. He's gonna try and swing. Will he find one? Through the wall he does, but he gets taken down in the process. Now 3 versus 3. Looking a little bit dicey. Pelican has a good angle here. He's able to get anything out of it. And wow, let's watch him swap off with Pelican. He does indeed get the kill. 3 versus 2. Team coming in now. Opinions gets taken down. Now it's up to Pelican and Birdo. You're gonna have to try and find the last 2 defenders and get the diffuser off. The peak being held by Birdo. No one making a move quite yet. Trying to get the diffuser down. Pelican is trying his best. Birdo's gonna try and support him. Goes off the peak at the wrong moment. He takes the peak again though and finds him. Now 2 versus 1. Marietta in the lead. They have the diffuser down, but Pelican gets taken down. Now it's all down to Pinto. Him versus Birdo. Can Birdo clutch it up? The diffuser is down. Shots are fired. Birdo not able to peek it, and Pinto does clutch the round here. And that'll be Marietta going down 0-2. So once again, we saw Marietta with a really strong start, but unfortunately near the end they just ran out of steam. A couple of them got picked off and it was down to even again. It looked really good until Pelican died. After that happened, it became a little bit harder for Birdo because the enemy was just running around all over the place. He didn't know where he was, and he got very unlucky timing also on those plays. So a bit unfortunate for Marietta. It's also pretty hard to play around the diffuser after you get it down if the map is super open, because they didn't know where those defenders were, and when they came they didn't have like much to work around. There wasn't like much to hide. Pelican just kind of stayed like right on top of the diffuser to take the peak, so he was a little bit stuck. But anyways, we're gonna be starting into the 3rd round here. Maybe it'll go a little bit better for the Pioneers. I think they just need to shake out that middle rounds aggression. I'm not sure what's really killing them. It seems like they're getting caught off guard most of the time, so we'll see if anything changes, as Endicott's going to be getting a site set up here on the ground floor. And see, like, seems like Marietta's going to have a pretty similar comp, but Niall's going to be on Zofia this time. And Zofia is kind of like Ash, but Zofia can launch impact grenades or concussive grenades with her little launcher thing. So we'll see if that comes into play as we get the round started. Pelican's gonna go for the hard breach on this wall. It'll probably go off. I don't think Endicott has anything to stop it, but last time we saw Marietta try and take some kills early off that, and I think they did get one, but then one also died for Marietta on that peak, so bit of a back and forth. Endicott aware that the hard breaches are coming through. Indeed, it looks like both are going to be going off, and that'll give Marietta a little bit more room to work around the site. Pelican with a bit of an early peek. He's not going to see anything, and Nihil gets taken down, and so does OP Knees. I'm on the wrong people here. Now, Buyer taking some shots. Luis actually down to 1 HP off that. He swings again. Buyer not able to get the kill. 2. He barely missed. Shots are fired at him once again. He's going to play a little bit more safe. Pelican on the other peak. He's not able to find one quite yet. He keeps swinging. Shots fired all over the place, but no kill comes out. Bayer on the peak gets taken down. Pelican as well. It's all down to Birdo now. And wow, that was extremely close, but Endicott was able to get the win there. A lot of those swings, Endicott was down to 1 HP basically, and Marietta just wasn't able to get that last shot off. So pretty unfortunate, and it actually made the round look a lot less close than it was, because it was a flawless technically, but wow, that was really close. And I think Nihil getting picked off in the beginning really set off that whole chain of events. I think Marietta was trying to trade off of that death, and they almost did. We saw Bayer early on that peak almost get 2 of them, but unfortunately both of them barely survived. So we'll see if Marietta is able to finish off the kills this time. It's looking like Endicott's going to be going for a similar comp that they had in the first round here. They're going to have a mute who can jam drones and basically anything electrical that the attackers are going to try and use. We have Pulse on the castle with the barricades once again, and we also have a Smoke here who can throw little gas grenades that you can activate that you'll take damage if you stand in. So most of the things a little bit the same. The Legion, just another trap operator, so we'll see if those come into play. You can just throw them around and they're invisible. You step on them, you get a little needle, you get a little prick in your foot. It doesn't affect you too much, but you do have to pull it out, otherwise I think it does deal damage over time. So we'll see how Marietta decides to play around it, as we're going to have OP Knees online. We actually saw this pick from him before. He can send out, it's like a drone, but really just like a global ultimate. He can reveal attacker positions if they move. It'll give you a little warning, and then if you move, you get revealed. Birdo on the ramp, he has a little drone type thing that he can send in, and it'll just destroy everything in front of it. Pelican on Habana, he actually just uses utility there. It can hard breach at a distance. He can shoot it like a gun, shoot the hard breach charges on. And we have Nihil on Finka here, who actually just took a little bit of damage. Even on a swing, and he doesn't find one. Pelican gets taken down while it's happening. Now Nihil using his ability there. He's gonna get caught up by the smoke. He has to run all the way back. A lot of damage taken. Fortunately, he doesn't die, but he is looking worse for the wear. OP Knees taking the swing for him. He's gonna throw a grenade out as well. Bayer gets taken down. All of a sudden, it's a 3 versus 5 for Marietta. Not looking too good. OP Knees looking to take an aggressive peek here. He takes it and he finds one. Knocks him down. He's not dead yet. He takes a swing, kills him. And now it's a 3 versus 4 for Marietta. Adrenaline Surge coming out to try and support. OP Knees looking to take the peek again. Pre-firing. Doesn't find one. Meanwhile, Birdo is clearing barbed wire on the other side of the map. OP Knees still playing on this peak. He thinks he can get one more off of it. I think the defender might be trying to get a different peak though. OP Knees repositioning. And Nihil taking some shots. Not able to get the kill. And they're actually going to jump in and try and peek here. Unfortunately, Nihil gets taken down. OP Knees crossfired. And now it's all down to Birdo once again. What's he going to be able to do? He's only one man and there's still 4 people alive. Flash comes out. He's going to try peeking. He's going to find one. Actually, 1 versus 3. But he's not able to get another. And that will end the round for Marietta. Still trying to find their footing on this attacking half. And so far it's looking too bright for them. Going into the 5th round, they have not gotten a win on defense. But like I said, defense is a little bit stronger in this game. So hopefully they can bring it back on defense themselves, as we are going to have the timeout come out from Marietta. I'm with it. They're not looking too great. I mean, a lot of those rounds actually were looking extremely close, and it just came down to the last couple moments, or maybe losing too many players in their aggressive push in the middle of the round. So they certainly have some things to talk about, and we'll see how it impacts them. The kills are pretty spread out. Usually you see them more on the frags, like OP Knees or Nihil, but I mean, right now it's looking like it's all spread across the board, and doesn't mean that no one else can get killed. It's just usually Opinies and Nihil are going to be on the more aggressive peaks. We saw earlier that Nihil was getting early kills. Sometimes he dies early, sometimes he gets kills early, so it works both ways. And right now, Endicott have the lead. So after this timeout, I'm thinking the Pioneers maybe working on some communication issues. We saw during that last round that Nihil dropped down to try and help OPNees get into sight, and then he got gunned down from a position where I don't even think he thought an attacker was. And OPNees, he was holding that angle for a little bit, but I think he just got a bad timing. With Nihil dropping down, he probably made sound, and the attacker probably swung off that. He's probably just waiting for a noise to play off of. And OPNees was also basically entirely crossfired, and so was Berta, at the end. So a little bit of better teamwork near the clutch part of rounds, it seems like, from Endicott, although they have had some individual clutches as well. And Marietta has been struggling to really secure rounds. They can take an early lead, but after that, things seem to fall apart a little bit for them. As we are going to be starting the 5th rounds, Marietta still looking for the first attacking win here. We're going to have OPNees on Lion again, Pelican on Thermite, we're going to have Buyer on, I believe that's IQ, Birdo on Thatcher. He can disable electronics around him, usually uses the hard breach, but in this case it's not needed. Pelican will be opening up that wall. Nihil still in the window peak, he's not going to find anything quite yet. And Buyer on the journey getting some information there, jumping around. And the round's looking a little bit slow to start, but I'm sure it'll pick up soon as Pelican can continue to keep breaching these walls. Takes a peek immediately. Doesn't find anything though, and Evie's going to try and swing into this room here. Shots fired, he's going to back up a little bit. He's going to try and react. And hard breach will come through from Nihil as well to break open the window. And OPNees holding this opening, and Pelican will fall down. Berto gets taken down. And not too much happening now. Buyer going to try and make a play off of this Lion scan coming out. And there will be a double kill off of Nihil dying. Buyer taking the swing, just barely not able to find one. He's looking for him still. He gets taken down in the process, and now it's down to Pelican and OPNees. Shots fired. Pelican goes down. OPNees on the swing. Will he find one in the corner? He gets him 1 versus 4 now. He's up against the whirling pre-fires. Gets one, but he's not able to get any more. 2 kills at the end of the round to try and clutch it, but just not enough. Marietta really just weren't able to get a hold in that round. I thought the play from Buyer actually looked pretty good, but he just barely wasn't able to get any kills off of it, and Nihil unfortunately dying earlier in the round as well. I believe it's still the window peak is what he died to, so fortunately the timeout not coming in to their advantage immediately, but they still got, I think, 1 more round on attack here, so
attackers need to locate
we'll
and
see
defuse bombs.
how it plays out. Hopefully Marietta able to get at least 1 so they don't have to go like undefeated on defense, but crazier things have happened for them. So we'll see how it all shapes out, and let's actually get a little bit of information on how the site is being set up from Endicott. They are going to be on this upper floor again, and I'm guessing this window peak is going to be more contested because one of the bombs is actually in the room that has that window peak there. So we'll see if any of that actually ends up happening, but we're going to have Pulse EC on Cade this time. So he can electrify reinforcements so that they can't be hard breached. Unless, of course, you have someone called Birdo playing Thatcher who can disable those electronics. So we'll see if they're able to do that. The way Cade electrifies the walls is he has a little projectile that he can shoot. So usually what they do is they shoot it near the top of the wall so the Thatcher grenade might not reach it, but we'll see. It'll probably reach here, and the hard breach will go off here. I think it's basically guaranteed. Yep, there it is. And the hard breach on site does connect, so they do have an extra opening to look through, and they're going to be looking for another one here on the other wall. I don't think that one's going to be contested as much. Nihil on an earlier peek into the building, not going to be able to see anything immediately. Pelican running around on the roof, Buyer getting some information, And I'm just gonna stick on Nihil for a little bit now. He's been taking a lot of the aggressive early angle shotgun, able to shoot down the wall. He's taking a peek here. Really, the defenders heard it. No one's responding immediately though, just holding the peaks. And now Nihil trying to find something off the drone information. He's gonna push up, but his teammate gets taken down. Fire Benito 4 versus 5. Now Nihil's gonna peek. He's gonna try and equalize. Spray doesn't connect, and Pelican gets taken down as well. Enemy detected outdoors. He's running all over the place. Birdo tries to turn around. Nihil gets taken down. And now it's all down to Birdo and OP Knees. 2 versus 4. Not unwinnable. Birdo taking a lot of damage though. And OP Knees is going to be holding the peak. Not able to find it immediately. He's going to back up. And meanwhile, Birdo is going to be repositioning on the other side of the site. While OP Knees is trying to draw some attention. Birdo wants to look for the flank here, but the camera I think did spot him, so looking a little bit sketch for him. OP Knees going wider on the sweep. On the sweep, Birdo taking some damage and he gets taken down. Ball down to OP Knees now. The substitute player, can he do it? Swings, he's not able to find anything. Unfortunately, they just ran him down at the end there. There wasn't much he could do. Look at that peek, you can just barely see the attacker, but it's extremely hard for them to hit the defender there. And Marietta will not get a win on attack, but we'll see if they can do the same thing that Endicott did to them on defense. They will have defense for at least 6 rounds here. We'll see if they bring it to overtime, so that's what it'll come down to. If they are, actually, what will happen is they will probably, if they do get 6 in a row here, I believe you win at 7, so yeah, it would go to overtime, but we'll see if that actually ends up happening. Marietta cannot afford to lose a single round going forward, so I'm assuming they're taking this banning time to also talk about their strategy on defense, because they have to take it as seriously as they can and play a lockdown defense just like Endicott did. A couple of the early rounds did look kind of shaky from Endicott, but towards the end, ironically after the timeout, it actually looked a lot better from them. So maybe just getting their composure together, I'm not really sure, but we need to see Marietta with a little bit more cohesion and execution as they go into their defending round here, and even starting in the basement it seems. So we're gonna have Nihil on Valkyrie here. You can throw around these little cameras like that you just saw. So they're really good for keeping information on where the attackers are. I have Buyer on Solosis, who I believe can see attacker electronics with a little visor thing. I could be wrong on that one though. And we're gonna have Birdo on mute. He can disable enemy drones and things like that. Anything electronic that gets within his mute jammer thing, it'll get jammed up and not be able to be used anymore. And Pelican on the Goyo that I talked about with those placeable Molotovs, like you just saw there. And we have OP Knees on, I believe it's Sentry. I could be wrong, but it's it doesn't really have any special abilities, but he gets access to a lot of stuff as Buyer is actually going to be killed early. I shouldn't be talking about the setup anymore, as the round is actually going to be starting. Marietta already down early, and there will be a giant lag spike. That's so unfortunate for Pelican right as he goes on the peak. Now Nihil playing up as well. They're going to try and equalize. Sees one run by. He's not going to take the swing yet. He does there now, though. And he's actually going to be getting hard breach on. He's going to try and reposition. OP is also around. Shots will be fired. A team kill comes out. I'm not sure what's happening there. Diffuser already down. Nihil, here's the footsteps coming. He takes down 1. 3 versus 2 now. Things are getting chaotic. OP is trying to open up a window to the site. Birdo heading down as well. And Nihil going to be taking the peak. Not able to find him. Now it's all down to his teammates. Birdo and OP Knees walking towards the diffuser. Nitrocell not going to find anything. Another one comes out. OP Knees getting swung off of it though. Takes a lot of damage. Birdo not able to help him. And OP Knees will also fall. Really unfortunate round. It actually looks very close and actually will be the end of the round for the Pioneers, as they did need to not lose a single round on defense, so a bit of a tough ask. And that will be Endicott being flawless on that first map. hopefully Marietta can come back strong in the next game here. And I'll be updating the score. We'll click this and we'll go to the score. Alright, so Marietta not able to find anything during that round, but a lot of those early rounds actually did look very close. Even some of the rounds that didn't look close on paper actually looked very close in practice. Like that one round when Marietta was attacking, where Bayer got like 3 of them to like 1 HP, but no one was just able to finish the kills, and it ended up being a flawless round, like out of nowhere. It was just so close on some of those rounds, especially when Marietta was on attack. And during that last round that we saw, it actually didn't look bad from Marietta. But during the end, I think Endicott just had a really good crossfire. I think they're planning out the strats like way ahead of time. They know exactly where everyone's going to be. Either that or they know the map very well to where they know exactly where they can be, both players, to be able to get those crossfires off like instantly. Like they know where to be, what to do, and it makes it very hard for Marietta to retake after the diffuser is planted. So I believe that Marietta is going to be starting on defense next game. I could be wrong, but it is going to be on Chalet, as you can see right below me. And Marietta is going to have to win these next 2 games in a row to win the series. Endicott is going to be looking to win this next game to win the series. So we'll see what Marietta can do with maybe a couple more rounds on defense in the next game. And I certainly still think they got it something, despite the 7-0 scoreline. I think it's a little bit closer than it might look just by looking at the score screen that's below me. So we'll see what they can do when I come back and they come back in just a little bit. Alright everybody, welcome back to the stream. The second game is actually getting started right now. We are going to be on Chalet, and we actually are going to be on defense. So I was right. So Marietta going to be probably pretty close to their comfort zone. Chalet used to be one of their favorite maps. I'm not sure if it is anymore, but I think they're pretty used to it by now, at least I hope. And they are going to be on defense, like I said. So we're going to get into the game here, just starting into the ban phase. And we're gonna see Ram and Vigil banned out. So we actually did see Birdo play Ram a little bit during that first game. So we're not gonna be seeing him anymore, and we're also gonna see the Vigil ban. I believe Bayer likes playing Vigil a lot. He can roam around and get a lot of kills because he can hide from enemy vision and get some unexpected angles. And we're also going to see the Ace and the Mira ban. Mira might as well just be banned permanently at this point. Sometimes Ace isn't banned, but we have seen him be banned quite a lot in the past. So I'm wondering if Mira's going to go with any different strategies. Right now it's looking pretty similar. We have the Bandit come out. I think OPNees usually doesn't play Bandit, but I don't really remember that great myself. So Bandit can electrify walls, well, I should say electrify reinforced walls so that they can't be, they can't put electronics on them like hard breaches. And the way he does that is he has little like hard battery things that'll hook up to the wall and electrocute them. You'll see him one get placed here, and he'll get those set up, but those can be destroyed in the future if they have some way to do it, and they can also be deactivated by the Thatcher grenade. So see if any of that comes out, but we're going to have Pelican on Warden, Bayer on Solosis, Birdo on Jaeger. So Jaeger has a little thing you can place, and it will automatically destroy any throwable utility that gets within its range. And we also have Nihil on Goyo, who I talked about a couple times already. So we're gonna be getting the round started here. Nothing happening, but I actually wonder if there's a little bit of lag. But Birdo is gonna take a little bit of damage. He's going to reposition off of it. He knows where the dude who just shot him is. He's going to walk a bit away from the peak here. Pelican holding it. He's actually still just going to keep on the peak. He's going to re-peek it. What a shot! Oh my god! That was insane. One tap out of nowhere. He didn't even see it coming. And Guise is down for the count. 5 versus 4 now. Pelican gets taken down, evening things out. Now Nihil's going to be going up onto the upper floor. He's going to reposition. OPNees also walking around. Both players playing off-site. Shots fired by OPNees. And I don't think there's anyone actually around him right now, so potentially they repositioned. And so far, I think the round's going to slow down a little bit. Hackers are progressing closer and closer to the bomb site though. Fire's still holding it. Looks like they're becoming closer to Birdo. He's staying behind that deployable wall. See if he can get any good peeks going. He's gonna recognize that the brute charge goes off. Nice peek from him. Taking a little bit of damage. No kill though. He's just gonna be peeking off this as much as you can while the rest of the team is gonna come over and try and help. Speaking of which, Bayer rotating around. Trying to get some eyes on the attackers. Drone shot there by Nihil. Birdo's still holding this peak. It feels like he's got the world against him here. A lot of people waiting to run in. Let's see if they actually do though. Birdo's got a nice peek here. Just really around the corner there, I think, from that guy. Birdo taking the swing. Dude's completely oblivious. Nice kill from Birdo there, hiding behind the shield. And that'll be 4 versus 3. Marietta has the advantage, but they've lost it before. Once again, Birdo out of nowhere. Triple kill from him. Putting the team on his back right now. Birdo taking some shots though. 4 versus 1. Marietta had the advantage now. It's only one player left. And they know where he is, I think. Fire gonna swap to a secondary. He's gonna take the swing. He knows where he is. No kill comes out immediately. Fire Jiggle peeking it, trying to bait out the reload, I think. And we'll actually shoot the pipe there to get him to back up. Meanwhile, the rest of the team playing it safe. They don't want anything bad to happen. And Bayer's still going to be shooting around him. I believe someone else came down. Bayer's still dodging all the utility, looking for the kill, not able to find it. It's looking like it's going to be a win by time for Marietta. And indeed, no one's going to be willing to take the peek. I don't blame them. Just take the free win now that you got it. And I mean, can we talk about Berto? Can we talk about Berto? What is he doing? He's behind the shield. And he just kills two of them. It's just like, this one of them just ran straight towards him. Like, what's going on? Berto playing hide and seek with the attackers there. And got a triple kill for himself to show. So, really nice from him during that round. I think especially because it seemed like Endicott's entire strategy was to push that area. They were like, alright guys, no matter what, we are getting through here, and Berto's like, guess what? I'm still behind the shield. And he just kills three of them. So really nice stuff from him there, as we're going to be starting into the next rounds. We're going to have OP knees on Sentry. I'm just going to call him that. I don't actually know. I think it's called different things on attack and defense, but we're just going to call him Sentry, who does not have like a unique ability. We're going to have Pelican with those frost mats that he can place down, which we'll see him placing one now. If you step on that, you'll get downs if you're an attacker anyways. Buyer with the smoke, we saw him out with those like gas grenades that you can throw that will damage you if you stay in them. Nihil is able to throw concussive mines. If you get close to them, they'll explode and then they'll concuss you. And we also have Berto on Jaeger, once again able to destroy any throwable utility thrown within that little turret range that you saw placed right when I swapped to him there. Fire, I think noticing some noise here. Maybe it was actually Pelican. And yeah, there's gonna be some shots fired toward him. I believe through the roof there. I didn't know that was possible. You learn new things every day. OP knees, also on this upper floor here. It's looking like Maria's gonna try and keep as much space on the map as they possibly can. Pretty typical strategy for Rainbow Six Siege. Pelican having to back up a little bit. Deployable wall will go down. And so will OP knees. 4 versus 5 for Marietta. They're going to be down players here. Who could be called coming as well. Not making too much impact. I'm guessing that they want to make some kind of play off that. Nihil trying to take this peek. Unable to find much of anything though. And everyone's going to try and play a little bit calmer here. Pelican on this peek. Will he find one? One gets taken down. 4 versus 4. Pelican evening the score. One jumps through the window. Wow, out of nowhere. 3 versus 4 now. Marietta at a disadvantage. Once again, they only had a taste of it. Spire is taken down. 2 versus 4. This is where it's really important for Marietta to make a play to equalize. In which Nihil on this flank could have quite an impact. You heard the shotgun behind him there open up. Peek. Gonna be a little bit careful here. Doesn't know if he has the timing or not. Berto takes a peek. Fortunately, able to find one. Nihil also gets taken down. And it feels like sometimes Endicott just knows exactly where they are. I mean, it was so close to Nihil having a really good timing on them, but he just barely missed it. And then they knew where he was, and he just got instantly swung and taken out. So it will be Marietta. I mean, at the very least, Marietta did get at least one round. So they did not get perfect swept the series. But we're going to be going into the third round here. Looking pretty winnable from them. That round, they sort of just bled out. Although Pelican did have that good play on equalizing. Once that person jumped through the window, I did not expect that to happen. I don't think he expected it either. Because if he was ready for it, that was just a free kill. But unfortunately, it doesn't go his way. And now that I think about it, they actually spent a lot of utility on getting Pelican off of that staircase position. We saw the explosives come out to try and clear it as well. So I'm guessing they had a really set strat on getting through that area. And they just played around it really well. But we're going to see them going into the third round now. Pelican on Frost. Looks like the camera actually broke there. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's okay. We still have cameras for everybody else. We got Buyer with the shotgun here on Castle, opening up some peaks and some rotation holes. We got Berto once again on the Jaeger, and OP knees on Wamai with that little throwable magnet looking thing. I'll see. You might actually be able to see him throw one here as the round will be getting started. I don't want to spend too much time on them because I think maybe the rest of the team might see some people first, but hey, you never know. And it's gonna actually be Nihil on the sentry looking guy this time. He actually did just throw it there, you saw that, hopefully. But we'll see if we have any of those impact the match, as there will actually be a breach on this window coming out. Marietta is going to be taking note of it. I believe they heard it get placed, and it is going to be going off here. Fire pinging it for his team. And I think Endicott is actually peeking off that, so they have to be a little bit careful if they want to try and peek it. Peeking which buyer, taking the peek, doesn't see anybody. Birdo, I think maybe notice some sound here. Will the breach come out? Like anything too far. OPD is getting shot through the wall. The entire bottom half is open. He gets taken down to just a little bit of HP. He's gonna hold this window now. Make sure you use his utility. Make as much impact on the map as you can with it. And the round's starting a little bit slow here. I'm guessing that Endicott's setting up their play right now. Open is taking this peek. It's a little bit dangerous. He doesn't have that much HP to work with. I think a drone actually might have just saw him, so it's a little sketch. But he's just holding it from Bayer, who's doing his own thing over there. Pelican not able to find anything just yet. He takes a lot of damage himself. Gonna have to play it safe behind the wall. OPNs gets taken down. Now it might be a little bit tougher for the Pioneers. 4 versus 5. Still holding on to the site at the very least. Now we're gonna come up and try and help. Birdo on this peak. Will he find one? Bayer actually gets the kill, but he gets taken down, and now he's down to the rest of the team. Pelican, Birdo. Seeing which Pelican gets taken down. 2 versus 4 now. This is when it seems like Endicott can just suffocate you out of the rounds. Nihil on the peak. They just know where he is. He gets taken down. Quadra kill. And Pento just dies from behind. I'm not even sure it was from behind actually, but wow, that's insane that he saw that. This guy must be like 1 inch from the monitor. That was crazy, especially with that swing. I mean, that was insane. But Marietta are gonna lose the 3rd round there, and we're gonna be going into the 4th with another ban phase. I have no idea what bans are going to be made. Maybe Marietta trying to ban something they found annoying. It is going to be the Ash banning, banned out, and also the castle ban, so I guess Endicott did not like having to hard breach a lot of those windows. I think that's like the main impact that it had. So we're going to see a cap can come out from Nihil, who is another trap operator. He can place little like mine things on windows and doorways that if you go walk past them will explode, like you can see this. So if the enemy walks into that without destroying it, it would do like half their HP, I think. If it's placed on the foot level like that. So we'll see if Endicott falls for any of those. So far, it seems like they just play to get that 1 pick. Once they get that 1 pick, they try to get rolling and set up their play and go from there. Pretty methodical play style, and it seems like they have a lot of mechanics as well, especially as we saw last round on the final kill. I still can't believe that. I mean, that was insane looking. But we are gonna have Marietta set up now. Pelican trying to get some information on this camera. I don't think he's gonna really see much of anything though immediately. And the rest of the team getting things set up. They actually do see one there, but it is on the outside, so it doesn't really mean too much. And the rest of the team, they're still going to be roaming around. Nihil are going to be going up to the upper floor, trying to take a peek on this doorway. Trying to pre-fire it. I don't think he's going to find anything quite yet, but that will actually call the attacker potentially to his position, so he's going to try and rotate round off of that. It will actually be a hard breach coming out from the thermite. There's not much they can do to stop it. It will go off, and now Endicott has access to the garage. And actually are playing with a shield operator, so they might be trying to just walk in with it. We'll see what actually happens here. Nihil's got a peek on the other side of Pelican, and the smoke actually will come out. Warden able to deny that though. You can actually look through it, but they're just firing through the smoke. Pelican taking a lot of damage. Endicott does have that glass, so they can also see through the smoke. I'm guessing they're playing off of that right now. Nihil and Pelican taking a lot of damage, trying to deny the peak. And it's looking like they might actually want to give it up. The could be will come out and shots fired through the smoke, finds one. Nihil able to make use of his positioning there. 5 versus 4 now. Marietta has an advantage, but not too much health to do with it. OPNews gets taken down. Now it's down to the rest of the team. Birdo taking a lot of damage actually. He's going to reposition. Fire going to take the peek up for him. Refires it, doesn't find anything. Oh, and Nihil gets taken down with a terrible timing on the staircase. Briar as well. 2 versus 4. This peak is looking dire for Pelican. He's gonna have to hold off 2 ways at once. They're just running at him. He's not able to stop him. And now it's all down to Birdo. It's a 1 versus 4. Birdo, you can't do anything. It's all your fault, Birdo. Marietta unfortunately losing that round. That play coming from the staircase was essentially the nail in the coffin there. Nihil, I think it looked like he was just about to take that peek on the staircase too, right when he died, so pretty unfortunate timing. And Marietta actually, it seems somewhat winnable, but the push from the garage was very hard to stop. Once those hard breaches came through, there's just such a huge entryway there. And with the smokes coming out, they have to rely on the wardens so much to be able to deny access. So once the warden got chunked a lot, he took a lot of damage. It was really hard for him to actually deny that smoke usage. So Marietta will lose that round. Going into the 5th now. They're going to be looking to take as many as they can on defense before they have to go back onto attack. You're going to see Nihil on the trap operator once again. He's on Frost this time.
10 seconds left.
We got Pelican on Valkyrie, and we're going to have openings on the concussive mine operator. I still remember the name.
Attackers are moving to
Yeah, it
defuse the
seems
bomb.
like the bomb is actually going to one of the lower floors here, so I'm interested to see if Mary's going to maybe go for more of a roaming strat. That time they played almost everyone on site, I think. Maybe OPNews was roaming. But Vargak can have Birdo and Nihil on one of the upper floors here. They're going to take a peek behind a shield, and I should probably switch the POVs here, as Fire is going to take a lot of damage. He's going to reposition off of it. Birdo in the corner. I think he's listening for noise. Fire gets taken down. I'm not paying attention. 4 versus 5. Marietta, they're down once again. When they lose these man advantage, it becomes really scary on defense. Got one less player to hold the map. OPNews breaking the drone. Birdo holding a peek on the upper floor. That's that little peek from underneath that floor actually could come in huge. There will actually be a ping off of it. I believe that's actually from the camera. Oh, and Birdo gets taken down. Ready to swap off a room. 3 versus 5 now for Marietta. The play only gets more desperate for them, as OPNews will be taken down by the Nomad utility and then killed. Blood onto Pelican and Nihil now. It's going to be a miracle if they can pull it off. Nihil's still roaming around. I'm not even sure if he's actually seen anybody. We'll just barely not see one here. He's just dancing around him, trying to find that feet peak. We'll be able to find it. He's getting teased right now. He will finally walk up, and he will get the kill there. Nihil awarded for his patience. Pelican going out to back up. He is going to be getting breached on here. Our breach comes through. He's still on site. He is alone. Swing comes out. Pre-fire, not able to find anything. Nihil now with him. Shots fired from both sides. No kills come out. And now I'm thinking about it, Endicott actually is a little bit low on one of their players, so they're trying to play it patiently. Not give anything over that they don't need to. But Pelican and Nihil not doing too bad on their own here. Another kill comes out, 2 versus 3. All of a sudden it's looking a little bit winnable for Marietta as Nihil gets a triple kill. I should just say I'm at this point. Frag grenade comes out, not able to connect on anything for Endicott. 2 versus 2, they still have to get the diffuser planted. Nihil's going to reposition. Make sure that nobody's flanking him. He has PTSD from last time. And Pelican's still going to stay on site. He's listening for footsteps. Nihil, will the roam pay off? He shoots him a little bit, not able to get the kill. He will drop down. Pelican noting that another player is dropping down on him, and Nihil, he's gonna have to come down and slight help his teammate. The diffuser still needs to be planted. Diffuser drop, Pelican running around, surviving, and Nihil will get the final kill. Marietta, what a clutch! 2 versus 5. I'm impressed. Really good job for them to hold them off site for so long and force a roam play to come out. Nihil correctly predicting that the play was happening and catching that attacker off guard. Not enough time for Pelican to defend the site from the other person, and really just a all-around insane clutch from Marietta there. Potentially Endicott playing it maybe a little bit too safe. They had players to work with, but it feels like they just kept taking the same peek, and Nihil he just out-aimed him, man. What can I say? He's just better. But we are going to be going into the 6th round here. Marietta's still down, but they can equalize it if they win this round and give themselves a little bit better chance of winning the entire game on their attacking half. Looking like we're going to have Bayer on... Ooh, I can't remember his name.
10 seconds left before
But he has like a dash. He can dash through destroyable walls. He can dash into people and knock them back. There's a lot of unique stuff you can do with him.
Locate and defuse a bomb.
We'll see if any of that even comes to fruition. We're gonna have Birdo on Fenrir, who has, I believe, remote activatable. It's like a blinding smoke kind of thing, I think. So we'll see if his utility is gonna make an impact. And the round's just gonna get started here pretty calmly. Nihil actually gets taken down there while I'm drinking some water. And that'll be one of the clutch players last round down already. Marietta down 4 versus 5. And Shell's gonna be fired from Pelican, not able to find anything. He's just opening a peek through the site. Birdo will note some utility going down. Fire on one of the lower floors here. He's peeking around, he gets taken down on the timing. Looking at the doorway. And now it's down to just 3 for Marietta. And I don't really know where the attackers are, but Pelican will see one. Shots fired, no kill comes out, lots of damage though, and that'll force that Grim to lie down, get out of the peak, and Pelican forcing out at least a little bit something from them. And Birdo on this peak, I'm thinking they're gonna run into him. He sees one, shots fired, doesn't find him. He's gonna have to reposition as well. And right now their round's looking really slow. Once again, Endicott trying to play holding calculated. Openings gets taken down. I think from the window. Oh no, he's got killed from the other side. And now Birdo's gonna try and clear the peak. He doesn't know one's in the other room though. He gets taken down as well. Pelican, the fall. And Marietta will be going down on their defensive half. Down 2-4. It's definitely not unwinnable, but it is going to be a bit harder for them. And I already said it, but at the very least, they did not get perfect swept. I believe the team they're playing against is undefeated. I'm not even sure if they've lost a single game. So Marietta doing their best to keep up right now. And they've certainly had some highlight plays. That 2 versus 5 that we saw on their defensive half here, that was pretty impressive from them. Especially with Nihil calling the rotate coming out, and Pelican, the one-man army on the site, he was just holding that thing down while Nihil was cleaning them up off of all the tension he was pulling. So nice stuff from them. We'll see if they're able to recreate any similar plays on attack here. It'll be interesting to see if Marietta's gonna maybe switch something up, but it doesn't look like it. We are going to be having a similar lineup come out, although I believe they can switch operators during this stage, so there's not much point in saying what the operators are. We can look, I guess, a little bit around the map. The bomb site is going to be, I think that's technically the ground floor on this middle sort of room.
10 seconds left.
So there's actually a lot of places you can enter from here. There's this window in the corner. I believe there's
5 seconds
also...
remaining.
Oh no, there actually isn't really a window on that side, but there's a window here, a staircase, and there's also this whole main area, which is where a lot of people can be. It's pretty open. There's really only that furniture there to play around, so we'll see if Marietta decides to go into that open area, go through the main door, if they want to maybe take an alternative route, which is what I'm expecting, and go to the upper floors first, and take some space before they go all in. Right now, Marietta just trying to clear every angle they can, calling out some utility. Shots fired, and Nihil actually gets taken down early once again. I didn't even realize he was fighting. I think he might have been fighting off that drone vision, but he doesn't find him, and now OpenEase is going to be using his drone here to try and deny some of the defender utility. I think he can hack it and turn his own. Pelican just barely dodging the timing there. He's going to break open the doorway and walk in and try and get an angle while the rest of his team is putting pressure on other parts of the map. Birdo walking around not able to see anything. And the round's going to slow down maybe just a little bit here. And they're just trying to actually take this upper floor. Right now the contest is not even happening on the bomb site. Both teams know that you gotta take a little bit of space before you can actually get into a winning position. Pelican opening up some pathways for himself to shoot from. He's actually gonna note one other person shooting at him, but he doesn't want to take the peek. And they're gonna all reposition. I think they're playing a lot closer to each other now than they were before. OpenEase takes the peek, doesn't expect someone to be there. He gets chunked and he does get taken down trying to find an equalizer. Now it's a 3 versus 5. Rest and Marietta, they're playing right next to each other. Drone from Birdo trying to get some information on the team. Pelican taking the swing, and they do actually get taken down by her. Now it's down to Pelican and Birdo. Pelican and Bayer working together. They did get one there. Pelican finding a 1 versus 4 though for Birdo. Only him and Pelican were remaining, and now his only friend is dead. 1 versus 4. We'll see what he's able to do. Right now, just staying in the corner. He knows that Endicott's probably going to want to try and kill him. He takes a swing. Not able to find the right timing, and he does get taken down. And Marietta will be losing that first attacking round from them. It didn't look super bad, but they're having a hard time getting good initial swings. And Nihil has not been getting the early leads that he usually gets off of the aggressive peaks he takes in the early parts of the round. So Marietta's having a little bit of hard time getting any kind of foothold on the round, trying to control it. Right now it feels like Endicott's doing a good job of just controlling the space on the map and constricting where Marietta can go. But we're going to be going into the 8th round. Things can change, and I hope they do. Hopefully Marietta's able to make a bit of a comeback. But right now it's looking like, I believe they are in the basement right now. Is Endicott? Yep, they are in the basement. This is where we saw that huge garage entryway come through right here. And it's looking like Endicott is going to have the bandit electrocution on those walls, trying to deny that entry from Marietta. But Birdo is a Thatcher, so he could technically disable those bandit electrifying things.
Attackers are heading out to the
maybe allow one of his teammates to hard breach it. So we'll see if that strategy comes through. Might as well start at him. Birdo running, I think, towards that garage entryway with Pelican. It is pinged, so they are going to be running over there. And there's the ping coming out, and I'm guessing Birdo is going to be throwing his grenade here soon. He's actually going to try and play some utility to deny enemy rotates, but he's going to go down and throw that Thatcher grenade. He's just going to try and see if he could have his teammate there. See the hard breach get placed, and it will be bandit tricked. So what he just did was picked up his electrifying thing and then placed it back down. That way the Thatcher the Thatcher car battery was not disabled.
Swapping mags.
We're gonna take a peek near sight here. Nihil also gonna swing down. He sees one on the timing. He finds him. 5 versus 4. Nihil finally able to get that early lead for his team. Now Mary's gonna want to try and play off of it. there could be call coming out, trying to get some positional information where the enemy's at. Gotta listen carefully if you want to know. Birdo droning for his team. Buyer running around the other side. They're trying to clear this floor before they go down. Speaking of which, Birdo making his first attempt on the swing. And Nigel's actually in the final on the other side here. He's gonna flash grenade out. And he sees another one. Will he take him down? Lots of shots fired. Damage taken by the enemy team. OP Knees finds one as well. 5 versus 1. All of a sudden, Marietta is running them over. And Buyer will find the last kill. A flawless round. Hey, Marietta still definitely got some kick in them. I'm sure that Endicott wasn't expecting that. Especially coming off of the early pressure that Nile was creating. One of those kills, I think he almost killed him, and then they tried to run away, and then I believe it was Buyer that actually got the final kill there. So a lot of pressure from Marietta. It's working out for them right now. They're gonna bring it to 3 versus 5,
Attackers need to locate
and all
defuse
Endicott
as
needs
many
is 2
bombs as
rounds,
they
but
can.
Marietta's trying to say no. They're trying to defend what they got, trying to win this game. Maybe bring it to a 3rd and see if they can pull out the series win, but we'll see if maybe that was just a weak side from Endicott. They looked a little shaken. I mean, I think after that one player died, they tried to maybe rotate around it and just got caught off guard, but really good things all around from Marietta on that
10
round.
seconds remaining.
They played very patiently. Nihal had really good timings, able to get those kills, and Buyer also going around the other side. They had a bit of a pincher maneuver to secure the last couple kills. So working together, working well on their own. Things you want to see from a team playing Rainbow Six Siege. Looking like we're going to be on the upper floors here on the attack. We might as well stay on Nile just in case any random kills come out once again. I don't want to miss them this time. And they're going to be going on to this upper floor to start. Break it down the window barricade and see if they can get any kills. And we'll actually jump straight into a mute drone where unfortunately that drone is going to be taken down. And so far not too much happening, but Marietta taking this early lead on the site. Trying to figure out who is with them there. Pelican maybe taking an early aggressive peek. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is on the other side of the map. Pelican on the other side of the wall. Nile's walking up. He wants to get a good angle here. Shots fired. That drone will note that there's an attacker around the corner. Nihal gonna use his flash to try and clear it. He swings. Will he find him? Around the corner. Over the table, he finds him. Birdo also getting a kill there. Actually, I think Birdo did get a kill. 4 versus 3. Pelican does fall though. So does Birdo in the end. 3 versus 3. Lots of stuff happening. The round will slow down a little bit as Marietta tries to get recuperated. They pick up the diffuser. They're gonna reposition. They're gonna follow Nihal's lead. Utility coming out. They're gonna try to make as much of a case for themselves as they can. Buyer's gonna use these smoke grenades. Remember his utilities, you can see through the smoke grenades. Just barely missing the timing. He sees them now though, not able to connect the shots. Have to back up. Still shooting through the smoke. They know that someone might be coming from the flank. Can't see anybody yet though. Nihal taking the peek. It's a pixel peek. There's not much you can do about it. Buyer tries to follow as well. Not able to get anything. OP needs it's his turn. He takes the swing. Another one comes out from the enemy. Doesn't find anything quite yet. The swing is going to come out from them. Will he decide to shoot? He's not able to find anything. Coming from both angles. It's quite hard to defend. And Marietta really just not finding anything off of those glass smokes was the nail in the coffin for that round. Potentially if they were able to get one kill in, they just run through that area and just take the site. Or at least take a little bit of space off the kill, but that one player around the corner with that one peek really just secured the round. There wasn't much Marietta could do about it. It's such a hard angle because you have to swing off of one wall straight into like extremely precise peek on the doorway. So very tough for Marietta to actually take that angle. Even though the round did look pretty good from him from the start, we saw that 4 versus 3 come out with 3 kills happening at once. I didn't even know what was going on, but we did see Nihal and I believe Birdo connect kills there. So we'll see if they're able to have a similarly good start. Right now it's really just the mid game that's causing a bit of trouble. I think what's happening is Endicott
Located by attackers.
is just playing really well stacked on the site. I think it's their players off site that are usually getting caught off guard, but the players on site, they're just like, alright guys, I'm just not moving my mouse at all. I'm holding this angle, if they come here, I have like a 0.1 reaction time and I'm gonna kill them. So we'll see if Mary's able to disrupt those holds. Whereas I'm talking about that, we literally only see one person on the site for Endicott. Once again, on the site it seems like the strategy is to go into the upper floors, so we'll see how that comes into play. It seems like Endicott's going to be playing 2 on site this time. And Marietta likely going to attack the upper floor. We can already see some shots being fired at the windows. Going to try and open those up before they go in. And Berto actually entering the lower floor here with his drone. Gonna make a play for Nihil. Nihil, I believe, hearing someone above him, he's gonna enter anyway. Certainly no fear there. No peek from the upper area. And they're gonna be taking this from below, actually. So, a bit of a different strategy. I like where they're going with this, but Pelican does take some damage on the window from the upper floor. He's gonna reposition now. And Nihil is gonna be slowly walking up here. Just waiting to see if an attacker is going to come and peek him, or sorry, a defender. Meanwhile, just walking up. He's taking a lot of space for his team now as well, by the way. They don't really know where anyone is, but they also know a lot about where people aren't. Nihil will be shooting that Malusi utility, and will actually reveal the location. Buyer walks into one, not able to get the kill. We'll do a little bit of damage though. And the rest of the team is going to be at a disadvantage now. Swing comes out from Nihil. Once again, not able to find... Oh no, he actually did get the kill though. What am I talking about? Bring it to 4 versus 4. Nice little swing there. OPNs from above. Pelican gets taken down. Now 3 versus 4. Maybe some information gained from that. OPNs gets taken down. I believe that was on site or on the upper floor. But Berto and Nihil are going to try and work together. Coming out, barely not able to find the defender on the site here. Berto around the other side. Will we see the defender coming? No, he won't. Double kill from Nihil though. He'll find at least something out of it. Now it's a 1 versus 3. Nihil's up against it. He knows where one of them is already. Shots fired near him. He takes the swing and he loses it. Nihil able to get the triple kill now. Trying to look a little bit better. He doesn't have much HP to work with though. He's going to take the swing. Not going to be the defender immediately. Hiding away for now. Endicott knows they don't have to force anything. They don't want to give Nihil the clutch, but Nihil's don't want to do it here. He's going to throw the flash and he's going to peek the other side. He swings it, not able to find the headshot, just barely. And that will, I believe, be Endicott taking the W over Marietta College. Although, a respectable finish for Marietta College. 3-7 there with a couple of close rounds. Unfortunately, just not able to pull it out in the end. This game for Marietta College, I mean, the other team I believe was undefeated the entire season so far, so I mean, it's a little bit expected for us to lose, but I certainly think Marietta did not look bad during this series. You can see the scoreboard below. It wasn't like super close or anything, but some of the rounds were definitely really close, especially during that first game, especially some of the earlier rounds. It came down to like 1 or 2 kills or like less than 100 HP on like all the players. Like extremely thin margins, especially that one round we saw early where I believe 4 members from Endicott were all like one shot. It was just a little bit of difference in the end, not hitting a couple shots there, maybe not getting a headshot when they really wanted it, but Marietta's still doing pretty well overall. We also saw good signs of life during that Chalet game. The 2 versus 5 clutch for Pelican and Nihil, I'm sure that was pretty hype. Unfortunately, just not able to bring out the win against Endicott. And they still have 2 games left in the season, I think, so I believe they can still qualify for playoffs. I could be wrong, but the team actually looks pretty good, and remember they are playing with a sub, but I don't think he did that bad. Zach, substitute player on that. I'm not sure if we are gonna have Tyler, the main player, on the next one. But hey, we'll find out. I believe they are going to be playing next Thursday. So get excited for that. And hopefully we'll be taking a W in the next one.